All right, and we are live. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Let me make sure that the volume is good. Give me a second. Nope, it turned it down. Let's crank it back up. All right, instead of doing my normal natty or not today, I was going to do one, but then I saw some stuff in my feed. A friend of mine just brought it up to me, actually, Ryan De La Fortune. I forget his name wrong. He may hop over in here. We were just chatting about it a second ago. I'm like, there is my topic. I'm going to cover this whilst I get ready for the New Year's celebrations. Wanted to get a quick live in. Instead of natty or not, let's just talk about the absurdity, the literal absurdity of anyone even discussing the idea that someone like John Cena could be natty. Again, this is how delusional people are in this whole falling into the fake natty cult thing. You have people who are going to argue this. I'm sorry, it's not even possible, right? This should not even be on the table. Guy is clearly enhanced. Doesn't mean he doesn't train hard. Doesn't mean he doesn't have great sports genetics. But it's just blaringly, overwhelmingly obvious. Okay, guy's way too dense, way too hard, vascular as hell. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work that way. And again, you guys saw what he looked like when he did a bodybuilding show a while back. All right, now am I saying he's using pro bodybuilder level stuff? No, of course not. But he is clearly enhanced, right? And it's not just TRT. And that is, again, what we're talking about with all this nonsense. I might cover Alex Leonidas tomorrow. I might do that. But, let's get over it and we'll talk about this stuff. But again, this is a good one to finish off the year with, this whole ridiculous idea that John Cena might actually be natty. I just can't, guys. I can't. But that's the problem. People will literally look at this, and it's obvious to anybody with two brain cells that rub together, there's no possibility. Yet here we are, right? Here we are with people having this discussion, or people saying, well, maybe he is. Well, I don't care if he is. It doesn't matter. And it's like, why are you even discussing? You don't know if he does or doesn't. I saw people saying that. It's like on my friend Walter's wall. He asked the question. And there were people chiming in on this, and it's like, what do you mean you don't know if he is or isn't? That shouldn't even be in question. I mean, I get it if someone's questionable, but come on. And it's not this whole thing to where, well, maybe he just trained really hard. Well, no, guys, because training hard when you have recovery and motivation in a bottle. Keep that in mind. You can only train so hard, Natty. Sorry, there are limits. The body has limits, and we know this. There are absolutely limits. So yeah, there is recovery in a bottle. So that is literally the absolute worst excuse I've ever heard. Well, in fact, when someone says, well, that person trains really, 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 really insanely hard. And it's like, that is not proof of being natty. If they're exceeding what looks like the sort of workload someone should be able to handle and tolerate, maybe they have recovery in a bottle. Maybe they're building their tendons with drugs. Because people forget about that too. When they look at some of this stuff, they always think in terms of, well, certain anabolics will make muscles grow faster than tendons, or they weaken tendons. Yeah, but there are others that strengthen and hypertrophy tendons. There's a reason certain things are used. I mean, growth hormone is a perfect example. It builds tendons. So yeah, it reduces injury risk, reduces overuse stuff to some extent. Of course, there's a reason people like it. It doesn't actually make you bigger, not significantly. Might create a better synergy with the anabolics. It will help keep you leaner when you're pushing to get bigger. And you really have that synergy when people throw insulin in the mix, right? But the tendons, the connective tissue, that's a big part of it. All right, come over. Strong as Hell says, Happy New Year, Coach. Is this the original Strong as Hell or somebody else? Connie, come on, I'm not nearly 60, I'm 48. You guys get ridiculous with this stuff. I'm just going to ignore trolly dumbass stuff. I'm going to pretend I don't see it. This is Trip from the console. Oh, that Trip. Hey, Trip, what's going on, homie? Yeah, good dude. Good dude right there. All around good dude. Yeah, we had a good chat the other day. Feel free to tell people what Coach is actually like in one-on-one conversations. Because people don't know. They have this own version of what they think that I'm like. They've never really really, just broed out with me, so they don't know. But yep, try to get this one finished early, get cleaned up, get ready for New Year's, right? We got to get ready for the New Year's Eve festivities. Baby, please. As Louis Marco would have said back in the day. You guys remember Louis? It was Louis Marco. Speaking of fake natties, remember he had that little rhyme he did? It was, I got fake natties on my testes on a daily. Baby, please. Something like that, right? Louis was funny. I wonder how he's doing. I haven't talked to him in about 8 or 10 years. He used to give me a lot of advice on how to grow my channel early on, right? Louis Marco. Baby, please. He was funny. He was funny, right? Roast me, Jason. You want me to roast you, Pepper Pig? Man, I'm not a big pork eater, to be honest. Like, if I'm going to be perfectly fair, man, you never see pork in my grocery basket. And it's not for religious reasons. It's just that a pig is a nasty animal, Pig's a nasty animal, right? Am I going to talk about the Wes Watson gym situation? All right, let me explain how this works. You have to message me and tell me what this Wes Watson gym situation is. That's just like you just type some random stuff. You might well have just written, hey, Jason, are you going to talk about the bleep, block, floop, flop, heben, haben? And I'd be like, I've never heard of the bleep, block, fleep, flop, heben, haben. Could you translate that into English? You see how that works, guys? Oh, man, all right. Cena is a lifetime natty coach. He was tested from the age of 8. Oh, Jesus. Again, Kennel, I hope that you are trolling, my friend. The idea, any possibility that Cena is natural is, I got to question someone's intellectual capacity if they're even suggesting the possibility. Okay. All right. Wes Watson beat up an autistic guy at the gym. Seriously? Come on, allegedly. Man, did he really? Wes, what's wrong with you, dude? Come on. Come on. There's no need for that. Why are you going to go hitting some dude at the gym? Why do these people want to get in fights anyways? Why do people want to throw hands all the time? And throw lead, not hands. All right. Well, I haven't seen any of it. You guys need to like link me some stuff. I need to get in touch with. That's what I need to do. I need to get back in touch with Johnny Bravo. We used to talk a lot on the phone. I need to hit Johnny back up and be like, dude, what's going on? Get me up to speed on this stuff in the industry. Let's do some stuff. That's what I need to do. I need to get back with my bro Johnny because we were friends a long time ago. And I'd be like, Johnny, let's collab. Let's do some stuff. What do you guys think? Should I do that? Johnny and I probably spent 200 hours talking on the phone years ago. Right? Is he friends with Chernesky? Oh well. I guess I'll find out. I need to hit him up and see what's up with that. That's unfortunate if he is, but I'll still hit him up. But here's the thing. I like Johnny anyways, even if that's the case. So I'll find out. All right. Coach, I also thought Cena and Rock were lifetimes. I can't believe the wrestling industry lied to us. Yeah, man, wrestling, dude, could you believe that it might even be fake? If there's any possibility of that, I know, man, I thought it was real when I was 8 years old, too. And then I reached puberty and became slightly more aware of the world around me. But yeah, when you're 8 years old, man, of course you think wrestling is real. It has to be real. Right? Connie, Did you really just say he's in Arizona, so not far from me? I have driven from Houston to New Mexico as a teenager. We did back and forth, right? I lived there for a little while, and then we moved back when I was 17. Do you not understand how far Arizona is from the Houston area? I just, wow. You do realize it's literally like a 24-hour drive if you just drive straight without even stopping to pee. 2-hour plane ride is just not that close, but probably, yeah, you could hop over to Phoenix. All right. Attitude Era was the best. So the guy pulled to the gym Wes was at, got a day pass. The video starts with Wes holding the guy's dreads and hitting him in the face. Well, all right. Well, I suppose that's the case then. I suppose that's the case. Maybe. Maybe. You guys know what I need to work on? I need to work on better vascularity. I don't think I have enough veins yet. What do you guys think? I mean, I got them here, but like this needs to be all the way up. Like I need this all the way like across here, right? That's what needs to happen. We need to make that happen. Also got that one that runs all the way up my thigh like this. I think you guys have seen it in some of the shots. Coach, thoughts on the Spyro and Buzz B, but I don't know what that means. Could you translate this into English? Spyro is that little dragon from the Sega Genesis video games, right? I'm not actually trolling you. I really don't know who the fuck these people are. I'm actually dead serious. I have no idea. Literally no clue. Connie says, Primo making you look elevating in the pythons. Brother just got to balance that test. It is balanced, man. It is balanced. I'm in a great balance. Spyro was PS1. Oh, was it PS1? I thought it was the Sega Genesis, man. Unbelievably persistent, says Coach, for those with an already pro athlete cardio. If we add a new exercise modality, long distance runs, does it take the same amount of time to adapt? It might. I don't know. Maybe not. But you're still going to have some adaptation you're going to have to deal with. So why are you at a pro level athlete of cardio already, man? That's crazy. All right. Should Lizzo be indicated? Indicted? Something. Hold on. I got to check a message. Okay, cool. All right. No, Connie, I'm not going to do certain social things. There was a lot of stuff that was going on that is no longer going on in my life. And I'm not going to go into it. But there's stuff I'm going to do. It's just not going to be my original plans. Unbelievably, been training combat sports years and lifting cardio decades, sir. Okay, cool. Still keeping in mind, if you take up running, you are going to work muscles differently. So distance running, there is going to be an adaptation process, but it may be fairly quick because of the other conditioning. Can you do a 2 or 3 hour? I don't know enough about the topic to do. I could do a 30-second live stream, right? No, Connie, I have no idea what's in April. Feel free to let me know. What's my goals? Grow my business, get leaner, get more jacked, get stronger. All right. Yeah. Oh no, actually I didn't know they have cream. I might need to look into that. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the deconditioning break month off from the gym and desensitizing your muscles to grow? I think that's complete horseshit, Shane. Complete horseshit. There's literally zero reason to believe that. Do you think Sheamus WWE is natural? He's a wrestler. The answer is by default, no. He's a entertainer who makes part of his living off of his physique. All right. Coach, if you only had time to squeeze in one bicep exercise during a session, what would be the best use of your time? Probably just a strict barbell curl, right? Barbell curl. If you only had time for one, just do the basics. That is the best base builder, man. Just get in and do that barbell curl, right? Work those guns. I get Pepper. Why do you guys think any of these guys are natural? Like, why? Oh, they're natty coaches. I stand by my beliefs. Respect your opinions. The Cena and Rocker natty of the noble kind. All right. Natty of the noble kind. Which means they're fake natties. Because anyone who uses that sort of idea is ridiculous. I'm a noble natty. I'm pure and virtuous. That just screams of hypocrisy, right? Again, anytime someone is trying to build a morality cult around something like that, you already know. It's set to 30 seconds. It's to keep the spam low, right? I'm trying to minimize banning people if I can avoid it. So I'm just cutting the spam down so that I can be cool about it. So basically trolls can't spam. They can post whatever their nonsense is, but they can't spam it. Then I'm at a point where honestly, I don't feel like having to ban people anymore. You know, I'm trying not to. I mean, people are going to try to make me ban them. They really are, because they can't help themselves. They're mentally ill. But I'm going to make an effort. I'll make an effort to minimize banning. How's that for fair? To the people out there who always try to stir up problems, how about I try to minimize it? But if you guys force my hand, you force my hand. You know? I'm just not going to address certain stupid stuff in the comments. And in that way, I don't have to get sidetracked and we can stay on these topics of importance or interest. You know? Coach, were you a Hulkamaniac in the heyday? I was a Hulk Hogan fan when I was a kid. Yeah. Happy New Year's. What's your goals? I'm not going to go down all my goals for 2025, man. Keep your plans private. Any way you can take good known commenters? Well, Sat, I probably already did. They just need to test and see if they can actually post. Again, a whole bunch of people out there who start smack always make claims like, I wouldn't mess with Blaha. I'd leave Blaha alone if he didn't ban people. Let's see if they're lying. Let's see if they're actually liars. Right? I've been super chill about banning people in these chats lately. Then they don't know how to take it. They're like, what? He didn't ban me. Oh my God. What? Have you seen Cena's 600 squat? He worked hard for it, coach, just saying. Yeah, man, that just screams natural. I believe he's totally natural, but look at this amazing 600 squat. You know, it's like, all right, dude. Yeah, all natural, man. Again, you guys can't be that dumb. We're talking about a lean guy squatting 600 here. We're not talking about some big fat dude. All right? Cena's lean. And I'm not saying the guy isn't genetically gifted in terms of athleticism. He obviously is. He's not the average bear. You know. Is Allen even a fake? Does Allen claim natural? Pepper, I don't know if they do or not. I don't care. I get asked questions a lot. He squats barefoot. That's the secret. I squat barefoot. Look at me squatting barefoot. I'm putting up some decent numbers right now. Yeah. Cena to have downsides of touch, but he's still. How rare is a legit 405 ash to grass? It's not that rare, honestly. In a commercial gym, it's rare, but in the world itself, it's fairly common for people who strength train long enough. Pretty common. I hit a 405 squat completely natural originally. Like I've done that personally. Before I took did my first cycle, I could already squat over 405. You know. Well, I've dropped 2 of them already, George. I'm not getting one tonight. This is the closest thing you're going to get. But we're talking John Cena. That is in the realm. But you've already got 2 of them so far this week. There'll be more coming. What about 500 parallel? Now that's a little more rare. 500 squats, we're getting into a little bit rarer air, you know. Plenty of them out there. I mean, I can do it right now, though, and I'm old. I got a gray beard. John, there's always been natty squatting over 600, but natty squatting 600 are very rare, and they're not lean. What do you say to people who can bench more than they squat? They better be a world record double bencher, or that's just stupid. Right? John Cena has the record for delivering the most Make-A-Wish requests. No way that guy uses halitosis. Those are unrelated. Right? Those are unrelated. And by the way, I respect the hell out of John Cena doing that. Okay. Let me be clear. Stating the fact that guy uses gear, like I don't see using gear as a negative thing. That's the whole point. People get all insulted about it, but I'm like, dude, test life is the best life. Right? Like people act like it's some negative thing or that I'm being negative. I'm not, guys. So even when people try to insult me about it, or testosterone, I'm like, that's a compliment. Yes, I'm smart. I know that testosterone improves my life. Thank you for the compliment. You're telling me I'm not ignorant, that I am aware that it is a life-enhancing miracle drug. So you're telling me I'm not stupid. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. So let's come over to that point. John Cena did what's best for his life and his career. I mean, he used plenty of gear. Now, does that have anything to do with the fact that he has done an amazing amount of good with that Make-A-Wish stuff? Like, I'm going to go out on a limb and say John Cena, having done all those Make-A-Wish things, probably makes him a better human being in terms of how much good he has done than most people will ever do. Okay? I can assure you, none of us sitting here in this chat right now will ever have that level of positive, good impact on the world that man had doing that. Myself, you listening, right? And I think most of us agree, dude, the dude did all those Make-A-Wish things. That makes him, by my standards, a legitimately good, noble human being. Right? That's a good guy. And I almost don't care if he's done some bad stuff because it balances the scales. Because when you balance all this out at the end of the day and say how much good versus bad did you do in your life, that guy's going to come out pretty far up the scale. Like, I don't know, I made the wish for like 1,500 kids dying of cancer, got their dying wish. Like, holy shit, that's up there. Like, damn, okay, right? That's definitely brag worthy. Can we all agree? You can't even go, oh, he did it for clout. It's like, it doesn't matter. He deserves it. He deserves it. He deserves every bit of clout and recognition for it. Because that is doing something truly, truly amazing. He deserves every bit of praise for it. He's earned it. The people in their 30s, it's the combinations they use of certain things. The insulin and stuff's real high on that list. How about too much tanning? How many gyms do you think we need to go to on average to find someone of my strength levels? Like, are you there 24/7, or are you talking about just randomly walking in? Chris says, do you think John Cena uses synthol? Does anybody use synthol anymore? Is that really a thing? I appreciate the donation, by the way, Chris. But no, it's a serious question. Do you think synthol is even a thing in pro bodybuilding? Guys just sight shoot their gear. George, I don't know, man. I mean, how many? I would ask you that. I would spin it back to you. 500 box squat on a 12-inch box. 585 deadlift. You saw me do that this week. I mean, my bench is weaker than those two, so I don't know if we want to use my bench. We could use my bench. I did a 3x3 all pause with 315 this week. That is actually technically slightly weaker than my lower body lifts, like in terms of scaling. So that one may be more common, but 500 plus pound squats, 6 plate deadlifts, completely wrong. You see where I'm going with that? I think that's relatively rare in terms of commercial gyms. Now, I don't know what that number would be, but my question is, you've been training a little while, right? How many guys have you seen do those sort of lifts or stronger in commercial gyms? Like, what has been your experience? What has been your personal experience with it? John, are we talking my physique or my level of muscle mass relative to my frame? These are two different things, because I don't have the best insertions and all that stuff. And Sat would be right. I've never met a natty who has a backbone part of mine, not once, ever in my life. So, but yeah, John, in terms of size, no, you're not. Run the numbers. TKS, I use chalk. I use liquid grip, right? I use liquid grip for those. OG, but nobody uses synthol. Everyone sight shoots. Would my arms be bigger if I sight shooted like bodybuilders? Yeah. I don't want to. I did small amounts of it back in the day, and it was already problematic. I don't want to do it again. All right. What do you mean? What about straps on deadlift? I don't need to use straps on deadlifts. I train my grip. Obviously, we'll be stronger with straps. Chris, meaning you're aware that anabolics have to be used in a muscle, right? They're intramuscular, unless they're orals. And so then all your testosterone, all that stuff, it's all oil-based injectables. It has to go inside of a muscle. Now, medically, it goes in your glutes as a primary or delts as a secondary. That's where the doctor will give it to you, right? Bodybuilders pen it wherever they want to just get bigger too. Chuck says, I've seen quite a few people benching 400, squatting 500 at most gyms I've trained in. It's fairly common. Hey man, you're going to some pretty serious gyms then. No, Chris, they do it year round. Chris, it's just part of their normal, even their off season. So most of your pro bodybuilders have tons and tons and tons of site enhancement. So what you're thinking is oil and synthol is not. They're just shooting that much testosterone directly into their biceps, directly into their delts, directly into their triceps, their pecs. Do you notice any relevant satiety, appetite differences between your high fat and high carb phases? Yeah, I personally find the lower carb approach these days does help with appetite a little more, right? No, Ruben, I've never done synthol. Have I used testosterone years and like a ridiculous amount of time ago in small amounts? Yeah. No, my left bicep is due to a rupture. See the scar? So a chunk of it was cut out. But that's you guys know the whole backstory. I've made whole videos discussing it many times over the years. Do you think benching with wrist wraps is necessary? No, it's helpful though. I've done 315 plus without wrist wraps on camera. I personally like to use them because I get better stacking and it's just better for my recovery. I just choose to do it these days. But I've done it without them. Do you consider Arnold impressive? Yeah, every reasonable person does. Shane, is HGH overhyped or worth it? For what purpose? HGH can be phenomenal used for the correct purpose. But that's a very nuanced topic. I've done videos discussing how that works. Hey Pepper, we're only going to go with what you've seen on camera. I'm not even going to make discussions of errors before I did YouTube. So let's discuss purely what you've seen on YouTube, right? You've seen me bench 365 for a 2-second pause. You've seen me squat, albeit a little bit high, a 605 on the cambered bar. I've done like 550 on a normal squat. And you've seen me deadlift 635. PS5, why is ass-to-grass squats are way harder for me? I'm like 100. They shouldn't be 100 pounds difference. I don't get up that early to train these days, Ruben. No, I'm up past midnight at least once a week. All right. So, well, and there the fireworks is going already. Here they go. People popping off firecrackers. Hey, Jason, I hit a 315 for 5 on the deadlift today. PR 3 plates before the end of 2024. Hey, man, congratulations on the PR, brother. Congratulations on the PR. And see what I'm doing here, guys? I'm going to keep my word. I'm just going to ignore nonsense. I'm going to do my best to minimize banning people until I really feel the need. We're going to see if all the haters out there who've made all these promises that if Jason just didn't ban people, and didn't act so sensitive, we would leave him alone. Okay. All right. There you go. I haven't banned anybody this whole stream. I haven't banned anybody all day. So we're just going to ignore nonsense. Reminder to everyone, Ruben, that is good advice to people. A lot of people need to be aware of that. Fireworks out there absolutely can be a problem for people's pets, unfortunately. PS5, how many pounds weaker should my ass-to-grass squat be versus parallel? It shouldn't be 100 pounds. I mean, unless you're ultra elite. Like, how much weight are you moving? Are you like a 700-pound squatter or something? Right? I still think you're definitely stronger than Master T. Well, that guy's a clown anyways, right? That guy's a clown. Yeah. All right, where are we at? 36. Why would I debate Master T? Why would I debate an insane person who has nothing to say? It's ridiculous. Right? It's ridiculous. That guy is clearly mentally ill, and there's nothing to debate him on. Yeah. Yeah, that fat dude who seems to love to hate me for some reason. I have no idea what his beef is. I don't get it. So you have a 405 parallel and a 315 ass to grass. That seems like a pretty big disparity. Maybe you just need to bring your quads up. Halitosis, but they didn't fall off. Yes, I did water cuts, by the way. But realistically, did you not see me more or less hitting the same lifts? Right? In the weeks going in. I've been stronger at other times than when I did those meets. So that might be the end of the live stream at that point, guys. That's getting loud. Is that really loud for you guys coming through? That's distracting as hell for me. So that might be the end of me staying on topic. It's throwing me off though, because it's like right there loud and I'm trying to read and talk. All right, that's loud as hell here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and wind it down. So I hope it's been informative. I love all of you guys and gals. I will talk to you next time.